Hey everyone, Dave McKnight here, best-selling author of The Power of Zero and The Guru Gap. Today we're talking about a big change that's about to hit high earners age 50 and older. For over 20 years, you've been able to make catch-up contributions to your 401k and get a tax deduction in the year you make them. But starting in 2026, that all changes, at least if you're a higher income earner. So let's unpack exactly what's going on, why Congress is making this move, and believe it or not, why this could be a blessing in disguise. Here's the deal. If you're 50 or older, you're allowed to contribute extra catch-up dollars to your 401k on top of the regular contribution limit. In 2025, that's an extra $7,500. If you're between ages 60 and 63, you'll even get a special super catch-up that allows you to contribute 150% of that number, which works out to $11,250 in 2025. But here's the catch. Starting in 2026, if your wages from your employer exceed $145,000 indexed for inflation, you can no longer make those catch-up contributions on a pre-tax basis. Instead, those contributions will have to be made into the Roth side of your 401k. Translation, no more tax deduction today on those extra contributions if you're a higher earner. So why the shift? Well, Congress passed what's called the Secure 2.0 Act back in late 2022, and one of their goals was to generate tax revenue now without raising tax rates outright. By forcing high earners to put their catch-up contributions into Roth accounts, the government gets tax revenue today rather than letting you defer those taxes into the future. Think of it as Congress saying, we want to collect a little more up front so we don't have to wait 20 or 30 years to get our share. It's a revenue play, plain and simple. Let's clarify who's actually impacted. If you're 50 or older and your wages from your employer are under that $145,000 threshold, you can still make your catch-up contributions pre-tax if you want. But if you're above the $145,000 threshold, those catch-up contributions will automatically have to go to Roth. And here's another wrinkle. Starting in 2026, if your plan doesn't currently offer a Roth 401k option and you're a higher earner, you won't be able to make catch-up contributions at all unless the plan is amended. That's going to push a lot of employers to finally add Roth features to their retirement plans. On the surface, this feels like a gut punch for higher earners. For years, you've been conditioned to love that upfront tax deduction. You make a $7,500 catch-up contribution, your taxable income drops by $7,500. It feels good. You're saving on taxes today, right? And when you're in your peak earning years, those deductions can feel especially valuable. So naturally, the initial reaction from a lot of people has been frustration. Wait a minute, you're taking away my tax deduction? But let's slow down because this is where the blessing in disguise comes into play. Here's what I mean. Right now, tax rates are historically low. Thanks to the extension of the Trump tax cuts through the One Big Beautiful Bill Act, we're paying some of the lowest tax rates we've seen in our lifetimes. And I see those tax rates staying low until the national debt forces tax rates higher. And I think that will happen around 2035. A study out of Penn Wharton has suggested that if we don't right our fiscal ship of state, by 2040, no combination of raising taxes or reducing spending will prevent the financial collapse of our country. That's why I believe 2035 will likely inaugurate one of the biggest periods of tax increases our country has ever seen. What does this mean for you? It means tax rates during your retirement years could be dramatically higher than they are today. So let's think about what you've been doing with your pre-tax catch-up contributions. You've been getting a deduction at today's historically low tax rates only to postpone the payment of those taxes into a future where the rates are almost guaranteed to be much higher. Not a great trade-off. With this new rule, the government is essentially forcing you to do something that many of you probably should have been doing all along, contributing to Roth. Yes, you'll lose the deduction today, but in exchange, you'll get tax-free withdrawals in retirement. That means when tax rates are higher down the road, and believe me, they will be, you won't care because your Roth distributions won't be included in your taxable income. And as an added bonus, Roth dollars don't count towards your provisional income calculation for Social Security taxation. That means you increase the likelihood that your Social Security could come to you 100% tax-free. So instead of mourning the loss of the deduction, I'd encourage you to see this as an opportunity. This new Roth catch-up rule is a built-in safeguard against your own worst instincts. It forces you to stop kicking the tax can down the road and start building tax-free wealth at today's pays historically low rates. In fact, many financial experts would argue that this is the government doing you a favor, whether you realize it or not. So what should you do right now? First, check if your employer's 401k plan offers a Roth option. If it doesn't, you may want to start nudging HR, because without it, you won't be able to make those catch-up contributions once 2026 rolls around. Second, start reframing your mindset around deductions. Instead of asking, how much can I save on taxes this year? Start asking, how much can I save on taxes over the course of my lifetime? That's the mindset shift that separates those who struggle in retirement from those who thrive. So yes, on the surface, higher earners age 50 and older are about to lose a big 401k tax break, but once you zoom out and look at the bigger picture, this change could actually be a huge win for your retirement strategy. Because the real question isn't, how can I save on taxes this year? The real question is, how can I save on taxes over the course of my retirement? And the answer, more often than not, is Roth. I'm David McKnight. Thanks for watching. If you found this helpful, hit that like button, subscribe, and stay tuned for more strategies to help you get to the 0% tax bracket in retirement.